didn't want to make my introduction too long where I'm searching for my slippers and my water and coffee and my watch. But I had some things to do. I had some things to do and to get. Maybe I should wait a little longer. Maybe I should do my stretching. Maybe I should wait till the coffee pot fills up higher. Yeah. I think a lot of times in life, just waiting isn't the right answer. And just getting started usually is. So, it's good to just get started today. It's good to just get started today. Hello there, Frank. How are you? Hello, Sandra. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, Texas Red. Hello, Mike. Hello, Hamster. Hello, Steve Tobias. Hello, Gen X Jake. Hello, Dollar Den. Hello, Robo Meister. Hello, Leah Grimm. Highland 517, Judy Wilson. Derek. Don't you worry, Derek. I've got a system. I've got a system, and I am not going to let that system not include my cup of coffee. So I guess I will take that as a request to move my show along to the exciting parts. Good morning, Judy Wilson. Good morning, Jeff. And good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is, what day is it? It is Monday morning. It's Monday morning. It is September 23rd. It is 7:16 a.m. Happy Monday. This little show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing some experiences, sharing a little bit about the walk I have down the path that is life. And it's a show that means a lot to me. It's a show that I have done for just over 5 years. And it is a show that kind of grounds me in who I am and the direction of my day. And it's just really important to me. And it's a show that, like I said, means a lot. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it is not just a show about me talking. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to have my first sip at this late hour. My hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, wow. It's a cinnamon dolce, the Starbucks cinnamon dolce. Reminded me of a cinnamon sweet roll or something of that ilk. And it's delicious. So I walked by, I worked last night, and I walked by a store in Naperville called Cinnaholic. It is vegan cinnamon rolls that are amazingly delicious. And I work till like 8:45, and I work in a pretty nice restaurant in Naperville. And I was shocked that the place was still just closing at 9 o'clock. I'm actually friends with the owner over there. She follows me on some social media and certainly doesn't agree with all of the things I say and all the posts I make and what have you. Um, but anyway, that's what this cup of coffee reminded me of, so I'll drink some more. Oh, so how you guys doing? How you feeling? How'd you sleep? I'm moving slow, and it feels good because I just uh, woke up. My coffee cooled down, Atwood. My coffee cooled down. Or you cooled down. Were you working out? Oh, the weather. Yeah, the weather's beautiful. It looks sunny. I haven't been outside yet, but it's supposed to be cool and what have you. And uh, yeah, it was cold and kind of wet last night. Was out on the patio at the restaurant I work at. Uh, Wind blew in. Atwood, where are you? Where are you, Atwood? Well, I'll just keep cleaning up the mess. Sometimes in life, messes come at you. Oh, you're at Indy, so not too far away. Sometimes in life, messes come at you, and you don't know why. And you just gotta keep cleaning them up. And I've been struggling with that a lot over the last like 24 hours. With some relationship issues, I'll just say that. And wondering why various relationships don't go smoother. Wondering why things weren't a little different and you didn't get along with this person in a better way or what have you. But yeah, I'll tell you, I was kind of festering in some thoughts that weren't as positive as I'd like this morning. And laying there, I wasn't tossing and turning, but I was festering in some thoughts that weren't as positive as I'd like. And I don't know, I think I rolled over. And again, this is weird coming from me because I am not that spiritual, despite the fact that I go to church every Sunday, and I don't even know what I truly believe in. But I'll tell you what, I rolled over and found something to be grateful for, and said, "Thank you, God." And I will tell you what. Just saying those 3 words and not even knowing exactly in my mind what God is or what God looks like or who I'm talking to. But I am telling you out there, for Anybody that is going through struggles, find some way to find faith. Maybe even fake faith until you really have it. Because I think it grows on you. And I know, I went to church yesterday morning and the service was good and the music was great. And I go to a big Christian church here in Naperville. And at the end of the service, every couple months, maybe they'll baptize a few people, and they have a little pool area. And the band starts playing, and the person getting baptized writes something about why they're getting baptized on that day. They probably write whatever they want, but usually it's how they came to the decision of getting baptized that day. And I'll tell you what, the two people at the end had beautiful stories. Beautiful stories. And I mean, they were sad stories. They were full of, struggles and hurt and pain and tough stories to hear. Tough stories to hear, but easy to relate to. And people that didn't feel great about the decisions they made or the relationships they had, but somehow formed a relationship, I don't want to speak for them, with higher power. And yeah, I tell you what, I started crying when I heard one woman's story. It was so moving. And she wrote some beautiful words, and she was in the pool with her son, and the woman that it was baptizing her, and they were crying together as it was so moving. And they were blubbering in the pool. And the audience, at least I know I was crying. And yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'll tell you what, I got the chills when the singer of the leader of the band finished up. He talked about looking out on the crowd and seeing all the watery eyes, and made me cry some more. Made me cry some more. I think the Holy Spirit was talking to me, Highland 517. Highland 517, I wish we had a name for you. But although when I see your name, it kind of makes me think of my mom. And made me think of my mom. Because she grew up in Scotland. And so maybe stay Highland 517. If you ever want to move on and get your own name, get your real name, let me know. But in the meantime, I'll call you Highland 517. Oh. So anyway, I was struggling with a little conflict yesterday. I was doing kind of tossing and turning a little bit and wondering and kind of agitated and feeling yucky thoughts and struggling with that. Struggling with anger and hatred and agitation and sadness and questions and yucky thoughts. And I don't know And this show's a lot about me talking about my thoughts and talking about my stuff and my feelings. And I think I'm generally a really positive person, and I love most people. And I walk around and usually have a joyous soul and a joyous spirit, but something came along yesterday. That agitated me. And I'm saying that as a minimal. That's the nicest way I can put it. It's the nicest way I can put it. And it's not solved. And I don't have defined answers for it yet. But again, I think just saying it and being okay with those feelings and thanking God when I was laying in bed this morning helped. And I came to a conclusion how I was going to handle those feelings, at least today. But it didn't settle everything, and it's probably not ready to settle everything. And maybe that issue isn't meant to be settled yet. I'm sure that issue's not yet to be settled yet. And I'm sure the practice I've gotten from doing my show and dealing with stuff by doing a show that where you're kind of vulnerable and out there and putting yourself out there and talking about your struggles and the occasional negative feedback you'll get from people that watch your show that must be in bad places in their own lives, I think has prepared me to deal with negativity in the real world as well. And I've learned to handle it in such a better way, in such a healthier way. And I used to let negativity get to me and agitate me and piss me off and tick me off. And again, probably led me to struggle with anxiety and depression and substance abuse and other negative stuff. But through doing this show and through walking through my journey and talking through my journey as I do, it's given me enough practice to what have you. Get through it. To get through it. To get through it. And to smile. And to keep moving forward. And to get the answers where you're laying in bed. And to come up with near-term solutions to how you're going to handle an interaction. And what you're going to do. And what you're going to do with your day. And how you're going to move forward. And how you're going to get through the hard times. And and all those answers kind of came to me in a flood this morning. And right now, I'm building momentum. And I'm building momentum, and I'm feeling good. And I'm looking forward to taking the steps I need to do today to deal with just some less than pleasant things. So I'm going to have some more coffee. Let's not look too far ahead. Let's not look too far ahead. When we do, that's where anxiety lives. But anyway, I talk about it a lot. I edit these videos, and I'm about 4 weeks behind in my editing of videos. And right now I'm going through a video that I posted 4 weeks ago. Good morning, Faux Realty. That I posted 4 weeks ago. And in that period of conversation, I was talking a ton about sobriety and my own little sober journey. And it's interesting, I work at a restaurant that serves alcohol, and people ask me how the drinks are, or how various wine is, or this or that. And I tell them that I don't drink anymore. And almost 100% of them congratulate me. Yet they're there drinking alcohol and dealing with stuff. And maybe, I think we look at people that drink too much. And a lot of my opinions on drinking aren't popular with a lot of my opinions just aren't popular. But maybe go against the grain a little bit. And my thoughts on sobriety, while they might go against the grain a little bit, I still think are right. And I still think will help people. And I think the way society deals with certain things causes those things to persist. Weight loss, we're all aware that being overweight isn't good for you. And we have billions and billions of dollars being thrown at weight loss and obesity and this and that. And drugs being created for it, and quick fixes, and special workout gear. And I almost don't think society at large wants to be honest with the solutions that are out there for weight loss, or for sobriety, or for addiction. And just watching the conversations or the comments, I posted a video yesterday how I used to drink too much. I used to have a problem. I drank every day. I smoked pot every day. It wasn't good. And I got a DUI. And somebody commented that, oh, I'm glad it was easy for you to walk away. But I know people that it wasn't so easy for. And I think they're misinterpreting it. It wasn't easy for me. I did that stuff for 35 years. I thought about walking away a lot. But I hadn't decided to stop doing it. And I hadn't decided to stop doing it. And until you decide, I think all this stuff and all the meetings and all the, probably even the drugs you can take and the groups you can join and the support groups probably aren't really helping the issue at all. And I kind of think society's not taking a honest look at those issues. One might ask why. Why would society not? And I think, and this is going to sound, well, Kennedy said some of the new weight loss meds help people with other addictions as well. It's promising. Huh? Yeah. But I think there's probably a better way to deal with it. And I think there's probably a better way to deal with it. The medical community has defined alcoholism as a disease. Do I agree? No. I don't. I don't. I don't. I think when they define it as a disease, the government comes in and throws the medical community jillions and jillions and jillions of dollars in grants and money for research and for jobs and for this and for that. Yeah, I don't. And that's going to offend some people. But I think if we stop looking at it as a disease, more people could stop doing it. More people could stop doing it. Yeah. I think when we call it a disease, uh, do I believe it's hereditary? Well, I certainly think we take traits from our parents. And if our parents tended to overconsume in any area, we'd probably bring that, we'd probably have that as well. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And people that have a tendency to overconsume and overdrink and overeat and over gamble and over cry and yell and scream, probably their kids have a tendency to do that as well. But yeah, I don't believe it's a disease. I don't. Whatever. I know that's going to sound weird. And I think calling it a disease is continuing it and taking away the power of the individual to make a choice. And I think when you take away the power of the individual, the individual becomes a victim. And I don't think you get anywhere. I don't think you get anywhere by being a victim. And I think fairly confidently about that. And I can see the motives for it. And I know it's... Okay, I'll go on. So I see these people at restaurants and walking through the streets in Naperville, and they're wobbling drunk, and they're all doing it. But they don't think they have a disease so that it's not a problem for them. And they probably don't have a disease. But it clearly is a problem for them. Because they're wobbling through the streets in Naperville. And maybe because I'm hanging out at night in downtown Naperville by a bunch of bars and restaurants. And these people are probably right. They don't have a disease. But they do have a problem. You can fix a problem. You can fix a problem. But sometimes you can't just fix a disease. And for me, I'd rather have the power and have the ability to fix it. And know that it's not easy, but know that it's right. And know to make the right choice and do the right thing and what have you. Atwood said, if you have a drinking problem and drink alone most of the time, you probably have depression, anxiety. I don't think it's really an issue of being alone or with other people. I drank alone, I drank with other people, but either way, it was a problem. You know, just because you're doing it in a social setting doesn't make it okay. You know? Huh. And so when I make those videos and I talk about sobriety, and I know it's probably offending uh, people, but I still think it's connecting to some people and making a difference. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe it'll tick off 9 people that have drinking problems, but maybe one of those people, 1 out of the 10, is going to hear what I'm saying and going, you know, maybe I could stop drinking today. Because if you're sitting there and you're drinking and you're saying, hey, I have a disease, what power do you have? What ability to stop it? It's a disease. You know? I think those people just gotta want to stop. And I'm on sobriety groups, and I don't understand. People are talking about all sorts of things on it, and you know. And I always ask, well, do you want to stop? Well, yeah, but then I go by a bar, or the football game's on, or my buddies call me over, or you know, I'm having a steak and a glass of wine would be good. All of those are just, you know, you have the power to drive by the bar. You have a power to drink water with your steak. You have the strength in your soul. You might not know it. You might not know it, but you do. Atwood said they have proved that addiction is something in certain people's brains. Atwood, I don't think you fully understand what science is. I'll just say that. I don't care. Science isn't proof. Science is people's best opinions at certain times. You know, scientists used to think the earth was flat. Scientists used to think the earth was the center of the universe and the sun was the center of the universe. You know, its best opinions at that time. Oh, it was on 60 Minutes. I apologize. Atwood, I didn't know it was on 60 Minutes. Had I known it was on 60 Minutes, I would have known it was true. Yeah. Made me laugh. Thank you. Faux Real says, no, it's they that are the center of the universe. It's they that are the center of the universe. Yeah. I'm going to get a little more coffee. Oh. Is it just me? Or do I seem particularly unhinged? If this is unhinged, yeah. Oh. But anyway. It's Monday morning. Monday's kind of my favorite day of the week. And, yeah, my favorite day of the week. For me, I'm not working today. And that feels pretty good. Finished up a stretch of 4 or 5 nights in a row. And when you know you're working, I mean, I like working at night. Feels good. But when you know you need to go into work at 3 or 4 o'clock every night, you try and get as much as you can done during the day. And sometimes you can't get everything in. I had all these big plans yesterday morning to get everything done before I went into work. And I only accomplished one of the three things, but I think I did the most important thing. And it was by going to church. Hello, Colby. How are you? Thank you so much for joining, Colby. I don't know if you've ever been on one of my lives. I appreciate you hopping on my live today. I appreciate you hopping on my live today. Lisa Smith asks, today is gym day. It is. It is, Lisa Smith. I'm looking forward to going to the gym. I've got a few things lined up that I'm excited about today, and the gym is one of them. I have another appointment for an opportunity I'm looking at. And I'm starting to plan. I don't know when planning is an issue, because I talk about a lot about anxiety and not looking too far ahead. And when you're planning, you're kind of looking further ahead. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in a couple more years I'll have it all figured out. I'll have all the answers. Yeah. But I'm starting to plan. And it's kind of nice to be able to plan. And it's weird for me, as a guy that's done a bunch of different jobs and a bunch of different sales jobs and could get occasionally high-paying checks from time to time, that made the high-paying sales jobs and the inconsistency and the stress all seem worthwhile. It's weird going in every night to a restaurant and making good, but not like spectacular, huge money, but good money almost every night, and knowing when you go into work you're going to make some money, and knowing that every 2 weeks you're going to get a paycheck, and knowing kind of being able to figure out what you're to plan. To be able to plan, to be able to budget, to be able to go, okay, I'm going to make roughly this and this. And I'll tell you what, you guys might not get it because probably most of you guys work salaried jobs. But I've never worked a salaried job, and I'm still not as a waiter. But it's close, and we get paid every 2 weeks, and we get paid fairly well. And for the first time in my life, I know roughly what I'm going to make every 2 weeks. And it might not be as much, but as some of the highs, but it's certainly better than a lot of the lows. I mean, there used to be months where I wouldn't make any money as a realtor. That's hard to plan for. That is hard to plan for. And it's nice to be able to go in and know you're going to work and know you're going to be good at what you do and you're going to make a certain amount of money and you're going to come home and kind of leave it all behind. And you know every 2 weeks you're going to get paid a certain amount and be able to allocate this and this to your financial responsibilities and cover this bill, and you're going to have this much for housing and you're going to have this much left over to build on. And it feels good. Feels good. And this day feels good. And what's happened yesterday feels good. And my solution to it feels good. And the sun rising feels good. And the whir of the cars out on the highway feel good. And my coffee sure as heck Feels good. Oh, and it's Monday morning. Tara Jacobs, thanks so much for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. Julie Flanagan joined. Are we on to world domination yet, Tara Jacobs? Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Thank you so much for joining. Colby, thank you for liking the live. Tara Jacobs, I think we are in the process of it. I saw a 2-bedroom with a garage that was a little more than I'm paying right now. I didn't see it, but I rode by it yesterday on the way to work. And it's in a cool location in North Naperville where I could almost walk to downtown and walk to work, walk to all the fun, walk to the farmer's market, walk to my gym, walk to Pete's Coffee. It was a little more than I'm paying right now. But not like crazy amount more than I'm paying right now. Not a crazy amount more than I'm paying right now. But a little bit more. A little bit more. And now that I'm able to plan, and I know roughly what I'm going to make every couple weeks, I'm in the process of the world domination that Tara Jacobs and I speak of. I don't actually speak of it. I don't actually have any great goals of world domination at all. And again, I talked about it. My boss used to talk about that all the time, but I don't know. I don't have dreams of dominating the world, but I do have dreams of getting better every day and doing my best, especially on this Monday morning where I have a free day and I have a lot I'm excited about and a lot I'm grateful for and a lot I'm going to get done today. Oh, but it's almost 8 o'clock. I appreciate you guys for tuning in this morning and appreciate I usually go live at 5:30 and I usually go live at about 5:30 every morning. And today was able to sleep in and was fortunate for being able to sleep in and get some extra rest and get ready for my day. And so I'm gonna have a little more coffee. Oh. TikTok Tommy joined. I wonder who TikTok Tommy is. I like the alliteration. I like the alliteration of TikTok Tommy. Thank you for joining today, TikTok Tommy. But anyway, it's a Monday morning, September 23rd. I'm excited about my day. I'm excited about my coffee. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Kind of a quiet day for me, kind of a reflective day for me, kind of a day where I woke up like a lot of days, kind of tossing and turning. A day that I'm excited about. And I hope you guys are excited about your day as well. And I hope you had a great night's sleep. And I hope you enjoyed your weekend. And I hope you are feeling good. And I hope you are grateful for the sunshine or the rain or the green trees or the leaves turning or you find something to be grateful for today. Because I promise you, there's a lot to be grateful for out there. And I appreciate you for hopping on. And I am grateful to you guys for being here. And yeah, I want to thank you so much for joining on this Monday. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope, and they talked about this yesterday in church, I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.